He's making a list. He's checking it twice. He's going to find out if you had him or not. COVID-19 is coming to town. He knows if you've been coughing. He knows if you've got a fever. He knows if you've been ducking and dodging, so don't you try to avoid him. COVID is out here, bro. COVID is out here in these streets wreaking havoc. They got my boy Stafford. COVID came at the Stafford, bro. YouTube, let's talk about it, man. Y'all need to clock to know what time it is. It's Pride Time. We back here with a video for y'all, man. And I'm sure all of y'all know, have got the news already. Stafford just wanted the latest Lions to come down with the COVID-19. Now, it is being reported that Stafford is asymptomatic, meaning he's not exhibiting the symptoms of having COVID-19, but it was noted on some reports that he did his test on Friday, came back positive, all right? So, what does that mean for Stafford, right? Honestly, I'm not worried about Stafford. I know Stafford is going to heal from this. He is going to be healthy, and Stafford is going to be, like he always is, in football mode. You see, I'm not worried about Stafford because, let me tell you about my quarterback. You see, my quarterback is built a little bit different from y'all quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Stafford has played on multiple injuries. You know, injured shoulders, injured ankle, injured back, broken fingers. My quarterback is a little bit different, so I'm not worried about Stafford and this affecting his decision to go forth with the NFL season, if there is indeed going to be an NFL season, because there are still a lot of unknowns. But let me stick to the topic. So yeah, I'm not worried about Stafford. Now, one thing we do have to know, Stafford his wife has just given birth to a newborn baby, all right? I think maybe about a month ago, if that, all right? Have that to take into consideration. Stafford also has 3 other little ones at home we have to take into consideration. And also, his wife is not all that far removed from having brain surgery, all right? So we have to factor that into his decision-making as well. But knowing the Staffords, knowing how driven he is, knowing how driven his wife is, I think Stafford is going to do whatever it takes to stay the course and to stay on par with playing NFL football. So if that means Stafford quarantining all alone until he gets his health together, that's what I expect him to do. So I'm not worried about Stafford really opting out, but there is a chance, right? So we have to discuss that. Now, this COVID situation. Yes, 8 players so far have come down with COVID or have come in contact with someone who has COVID. And we're only a week into training camp. So it is beyond me or anyone else to think that no one else is going to come down to COVID within the upcoming weeks. It's going to happen. My thing is, what is the NFL doing to set things in place to maybe minimize this COVID contraction possibility? You know, the NBA, I think, has done a great job at trying to eliminate the chances of someone contracting the COVID virus by instilling a bubble. But the NFL is a large French organization. The NBA maybe got, some hundreds of players. The NFL has thousands of players, all right? And so far, to our understanding, there hasn't been anything set in place to minimize the chances of a player coming down with COVID. All right, so our own GM Bob Quinn says they're going to do whatever they can to ensure that the practice facility and the whole Lions franchise facilities is going to be safe as possible. It is up to the players to uphold their end of the bargain to make better decisions that would, potentially protect them from getting the COVID-19. Now, we all saw Stafford go off this offseason practicing with Danny Amendola, practicing with Isaac Nauta, TJ Hawkinson, Kenny G, Amendola. We've seen the practices that Matthew Stafford has been having in the offseason. And all the while, the NFL was trying to tell players and trying to convince players to not do that. But we know Stafford is built different from a lot of people. Stafford is not about to let COVID-19 hold him back. And honestly, I'm not going to fault Stafford for that. Let's be real. A lot of us, have no choice but to be surrounded by other people. We have to work for a living. We're not fortunate enough to be making millions of dollars to where we can decide, hey, you know what? I'm not going to deal with people. I'm going to self-isolate. Some of us may have that choice, but I would say the large majority of us don't have that choice. So we are amongst people who may be infected with this virus. A lot of us maybe have the virus and we just don't know. Maybe we're like Stafford and being asymptomatic. But what I'm trying to get out of this is to be expected, right? Stafford and Hawkinson and Galladay are just the few Lions who we know of now that have it. But I expect it to continue to run, and ravage through this team. COVID is built a little bit different. COVID don't give a damn, if you are a franchise quarterback of the team. COVID don't care if, you've been playing for a team who has been struggling and just want every little bit of hope and prayer they could get to try to win and have a good season. COVID don't care about none of that. Once COVID comes knocking, that's it. So I expect COVID to come knocking. COVID's got a list. He's checking it twice. He's going to find out if you had him or not. So I want these players to try to be as safe as possible because we need all of our guys if we're going to have an NFL season and if we plan on actually making a run this season. But I'm not worried about Stafford. Stafford's going to get healthy. I'm just more concerned about what's going to happen going forward. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Appreciate y'all listening to the video. It's Pride Time. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.